Real quick video I just thought of, like, think about the absurdity that the Illuminati symbol is a goat. Like, I don't know how humans started associating goats with wisdom, but if I had to speculate, it's because if you look at how goats behave, goats mind their business, goats just eat grass, but male goats, if you fuck with them, they'll finish it, right? I remember this episode of Caesar Milan, and there was this terrier mix. I don't know what this family was thinking. It's clearly a terrier mix. He had pit bull ears and everything, but he's also a Shep mix. So he's like a pit Shep mix. That's what I would guess looking at this dog. Some kind of terrier Shep mix, right? So this is the wrong dog to bring to a farm. In case you're unaware, pit bull terriers were created when in the UK they wanted to get the muscularity of a mastiff and the hunting prey drive of terriers, and they breeded these dogs, and you got the bull and terrier, of which the American pit bull terrier is one type. You know, there's Staffordshire terriers, bulldogs. There are all these kind of like bull and terrier breeds related. Um, the Staffordshire terrier and the pit bull terrier being the closest related. They were used for bull baiting, so you need that prey drive and the strength. Um, but what I'm trying to say is pit bull terriers are notorious for their prey drive towards animals. Like at the mildest level, you're going to get a dog that likes to chase small animals. So my dog Archie, who's a rescue, he recently got chased down by an overzealous pit bull. He wasn't a bitey pit bull, thank God. He was just like, oh, I want to chase this small animal, and he was putting his mouth all over him, and Archie was screaming in fear, but nothing happened. So that's the mildest. They like to chase because they have that instinct to chase to hunt another animal. And at the worst, you get like a violent animal that will not only chase but kill, right? So I don't know what this family was thinking. This clearly was some kind of pit mix, pit shep. Like you can see, he was also shepherd, different kind of like cattle dog or German shepherd. He was some kind of shep terrier mix. You could see it in the ears and the face, right? So this dog was the worst fit for a farm because he was the kind of dog that not only liked to chase animals like many terriers and pits do, but he killed them. Like the family said, they ripped all the goats' throats. He did this or that. He bit the horse. You know. So Caesar trying to rehabilitate this dog to break his hunter instinct. Like y'all ain't a pit bull terrier no more. You're gonna listen and not chase down these animals. He like tried to like break his dominance near farm animals by forcing the dog to be in a submissive state near his farm because Caesar has a lot of farm animals, right? And there's this one scene where they bring the dog. He's like, I'm gonna eat you. And he brought him to his goats, and he knew his goats. Like my goats have dominant males in them, and it was so funny because they're the ghosts mind their business, and then they see this guy and they start stomping their feet like, come on, we'll stampede you to death, bitch, go ahead and try it. You ain't chasing us down like a wolf where you get the weak one, because that's how wolves hunt. They'll chase a flock of ruminants and they look for the weak one, the one who trails behind, and the one wolf will go, the other wolf will go, and that's how they do it. But when it's a flock together, wolf don't got a chance. So the goat is like, we're right staring at you. We'll trample you, bitch. It's funny. Because sheep head on, led by like the males and stuff, wolf gonna die. They'll trample him. Sheep running away, they'll get the baby or the sick one. That's how it works. So the male goat's like, come on, bitch, try it. And the dog's like, anyway, it gave me insight. Like, this is probably how humanity started making goats a symbol of wisdom. These motherfuckers, because they're herbivores, they have no need to hunt. They have no need to kill things, other than like competitions between males batting their horns and stuff. But they do have a need to fuck up carnivores, right? So their first strategy is to run. That's why they have sideways eyes that are horizontal, so they can look and keep it moving. But in the case where they're head on with a carnivore, they need to be able to trample that motherfucker. To try. Stampede his ass, right? If you're a big ruminant, like horses or things like that. And I would speculate that's how humans started associating goats with a symbol of wisdom. Whereas a lot of carnivores fuck with things for no reason because they're hunters. Goats never do. If you leave a goat alone, they'll leave you alone. But if you try to fuck with them, the more dominant rams will stampede you. But how absurd it is that our Illuminati thinks they behave like goats. They are like the symbol of the Illuminati is an unfixed male tomcat who also had his brain eaten by distemper. That's how they behave. Like, what does an unfixed male cat do? After puberty and adulthood, it spends its time going around looking for other males to beat up. That's just all it does, other than try to eat things. It goes around trying to beat up every male it sees and wandering and wandering and wandering until it smells the sign of a queen in heat. And then it'll go and try to find that queen. And then it'll go and beat up the males near that queen and mate with her. And another thing it likes to do is while on its quest to find queens in heat, which is the only reason it lives, so male toms wander, is eat kittens. So, like, because if a queen has kittens, she's not going to go in heat for a few weeks and may go in heat pretty quickly if her kittens are dead and she's not nursing. Tomcats routinely, if they come across a bunch of kittens, hear them, they will just kill them. That's all it does. And our elites are much more like a tomcat. To quote Biden, you have the alleys of the morals of an alley cat. He said that for a reason because the animal that most symbolizes the Illuminati is an unspayed, musky tomcat. Like their lives. I mean, I love cats, but realistically, an intact male cat, that's all it's doing with his life. That's his ideal. That's his apex. To wander around a large terrain versus queens, they prefer to stay. Like once a queen sees, like my yard, I have a queen in there. Persephone. She will stay near there and defend that place because it's great for her kittens. Male tomcats will never stay. They will always wander because their entire life quest is to find a queen to mate with and kill kittens along the way to find more queens, beating up any male in its way. It like and in general, the carnivorous animals are more confrontational. Not always, but because they're hunters, the whole thing of hunting is confronting an animal to kill it. So they tend to be more confrontational in general. And conquest. I mean, the pivot of humanity from mostly frugivorous great ape to a hunter is when we start expanding in conquest, right? You make the leap to get together with your homo friends to make a tool to run an elk off a cliff. It's all downhill from there. It's all downhill from there. Next thing you know, you're all over the world like wolves, doing all kind of weird shit because you used a brain, not a body. Wolves, they're way more chill because they use their body. We used our brains to do this because we're tree monkeys with our hands like a fucking raccoon or chimp, and our brains are fucked up and oriented to a similar conquest, right? All downhill from there. The first elk you chase off a cliff, it's just gonna be more the same. Anyway, yeah, the Illuminati's way more like an unneutered cat. I look at them. I got some toms that come by and they never stay long. That's all they do is walk around with their big ass faces like, anything here to fuck? No, I'm leaving. Any kittens to eat? I have one, like, these people are so degenerate, or Illuminati orbiters. I don't know if the baby kitten pumpkin was killed by one of the tomcats or one of these male Illuminati members. I don't call them members because they're not, they're pig shit, but did they kill him? Or did the tomcats that come by kill him? Because it could be either or. Baby pumpkin, he had gotten mature enough that he could walk and eat with his mom. After that day, he's gone. So I don't know if the tomcat got him or the male tomcat that lives next door. I don't know. But animal. Like, the Illuminati is not a goat. Where it's like, I'm gonna just eat this grass with my ewes and my bros. If you step up to me, wolf dog, I'm gonna fuck you up. We're gonna stomp our feet to let you know it's not gonna be easy. You wish that was you. You're like, any babies to kill so I can get more turf and fuck things? Like, honestly, you're like a cat with distemper with his brain fucked up in a sense. Near as I can tell, tomcats don't prefer to fuck kittens. Just get them out of the way to fuck the queens. You literally prefer to fuck human children, so. Y'all wish you were a goat. A goat. You're a fucking. They should replace the goat with like a cat, like with a kitten in its mouth. Like, someone please neuter me. That's you.